Hey Nash, what should we make?
Well, the 4th of July is almost here, and we already made those burgers. Let's make some sides people could make to serve with them.
All right, let's make some side dishes for the 4th of July. The 4th of July is right around the corner. If you watch our last video, you know we made the bacon pinwheel cheeseburgers. They were delicious. To go with a main course, we need some sides. So today we're gonna make some sides you could bring to a cookout, barbecue, 4th of July celebration, whatever, or honestly make any time all summer long or all year long, up to you. So we're gonna make 4 different sides today. We're gonna make a ranch slaw, so it's gonna be like a ranch flavored coleslaw. We're gonna make a BLT pasta salad, so a pasta salad that's kind of inspired by like a BLT sandwich. We've made jalapeno cornbread before. We're gonna make kind of the same thing, but we're gonna make it into jalapeno cornbread muffins. Really good, highly requested recipe of mine. And then we're gonna finish it off with, we've made a bunch of different kinds of grilled corn. We've made esquite, we've made elotes, we've made regular grilled corn. Anyways, today we're gonna make a cheddar bacon grilled corn. Should be good. We got a lot to do, so without further ado, let's go. So for our ranch slaw or ranch coleslaw, we start with a small bowl. We make our sauce. So 1/3 cup of mayo, 1/4 cup of sour cream, 2 tablespoons of buttermilk, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of parsley. I have the dried because I don't have any fresh, but if you have fresh, that'd be even better. Same for the next one. 2 tablespoons of dill, salt, pepper, and garlic to taste, a little bit of onion powder, and a little bit of hot sauce, because why not? Then we whisk this all together. Give it a little taste. That's freaking delicious. Then we set this aside. Then we bring out our big bowl and we start with about a pound or 16 ounces of coleslaw mix. So this is just like the shredded cabbage. I mean, if you wanted to grate your own cabbage, go for it. But sometimes this is just easier. So if you're being lazy like me, then just do this. And then a cup of grated or shredded carrots. Again, if you want to grate your own carrots, I do it all the time, but I just happen to have a bag of those shredded carrots from the grocery store. So we're using that. Then if you wanted to add some onions or some scallions or some chives, knock yourself out. I'm just going to keep this simple. So then I'm just going to mix this up, get the carrots all mixed in while I make a mess, because that's what I do. And then we pour in our sauce mixture. And then we just combine everything. I would say try not to make a mess, but do as I say and not as I do, I guess. And then you clean your salad hands or whatever. And now we're gonna throw this in the fridge and let it chill, but there we have our ranch slaw. For our BLT pasta salad, we start by dicing a red onion. Then we chop up some romaine lettuce. And then we have, that sounds weird, but I think it's correct, have like H-A-L-V-E, but it makes it sound like, oh, I have some tomatoes. Oh, sorry, we're talking about grape tomatoes, but cherry tomatoes would work, or any of the little tiny tomatoes like, you know, this size-ish. So yes, I believe it's have, H-A-L-V-E, but is it half? H-A-L-F? Because we're cutting them in half, but I think it's have. Halve. We have. Anyways, anyone that's a member of the grammar police or the grammar and spelling police, you know, drop me a comment, let me know. I'm pretty sure it's halve. Have. I think it's pronounced have, but halve. Anyways, how do we cut little tomatoes in half, or grapes? We take 2 deli lids. We put some of these little tomatoes on one of the deli lids. Come on, guys, get to know each other. Be friends. Everybody get in. You're all good. Okay, so then we take the other deli lid. We put it there, and then you take a knife, and then you just chop. Slice. Boom, all your tomatoes are cut in half. So we got our little trio of veggies. Now we set them aside. So obviously for pasta salad, we need some pasta. So bring a few, or more than a few, quarts of water to a boil. Make sure you heavily salt it like the ocean, or your ex, or your mother-in-law. Pick your poison. Make sure and over salt it. Whatever you think it needs, add more. Then we add our pasta. Now we're gonna use rotini, but you know, fusilli, any of the curly pastas are good. Honestly, you wanna use elbow macaroni or centellani or whatever that's called, use that. If you wanted to use like a spaghetti or something, it'd probably be weird, but it might work. I don't know. Use whatever you want. Anyways, I'm using these. We pour that in. This says 7 to 8 minutes for al dente, so we're gonna go with 8 because we want al dente, but we want it like not super mushy, but maybe just like a hair past al dente. So once this comes back up to a boil, we're gonna boil for 8 minutes. And while we're waiting around for our pasta to cook, go leave us a comment. Tell us something you want us to make for you, because we do that here. Or just leave Nash a comment, because as you know, Nash gets treats when he gets comments. Our friend Kimberly, she gives Nash a lot of treats. As soon as your time is up, we kill the heat, and then we want to drain our pasta. And because this is a cold dish, we're gonna rinse it in cold water so it stops cooking, and then we're gonna chill it before we mix it into our pasta salad. So here we go. Then we bring out a large bowl. To our bowl, first we make our sauce. I guess that's the right word. I don't know. 1 cup of mayo, 3/4 of a cup of milk, 1 packet of ranch seasoning. They probably come in different, do they come in different sizes? I don't know. Do you know? Leave me a comment. 1 packet typically is 1 ounce. But if you buy your ranch seasoning in bulk, like I do, because maybe you like ranch, or you just think it's seasoned stuff. I'm not actually a huge fan of, ranch dressing. It's okay. I like it on salads. Dipping pizza in ranch, more power to you if you do. Not my thing. Anyways, but ranch seasoning is great. You could use it on burgers. It's good on chicken. Anyways, it has a lot of good uses. However, 1 ounce. So I had to look up how many tablespoons are in an ounce. And maybe I'm a freaking idiot for not knowing that, but I didn't. So if you don't know, it's 2 tablespoons to 1 ounce. So the more you know. The juice of 1 lemon, 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. No B-roll of me grating the Parmesan cheese because I already had it from one of our other recipes. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Then we whisk this all together into some weird sort of soupy mixture thing. Trust the process. Don't ask questions. Then we add our pasta. I'm gonna sort of fold things in at every step just so everything mixes easily, because I have a feeling once we get everything in here, it's gonna be a little crowded. And then we throw in our onions, our tomatoes, and our lettuce. Stir in some more. When I have a giant bowl of something that's hard to stir, I just turn and fold, turn and fold, turn and fold, turn and fold, turn and fold. I don't know, it works for me. Then we have a pound of bacon that I cooked and then crumbled. So we're going to add in half of it. That sounds about right. And then we have 1/4 cup of parsley and dill. I used dried because that's all I had. If you had some fresh, that would probably be better. And then we just stir all that in. And then you would theoretically top it with the rest of this, but I'm gonna wait and use that when we plate. So with this, we're done. You're gonna wanna chill this, but hey, for the time being, here we have our BLT Pasta Salad. Boom shakalaka. And for our Jalapeno Cornbread Muffins, we start with a bowl, a large bowl. And then first we mix in all of our dry ingredients. So that's 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of yellow cornmeal, 1 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Then we just go ahead and whisk these up so they're combined. Then we start with our wet ingredients, 1 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of sour cream, and 3 eggs. Then we finish it off with a stick of melted butter and 2 tablespoons of oil. And we whisk everything together, make sure your eggs get all beaten and incorporated. And then the last thing we add is about 4 diced jalapenos. Whisk that in. And then I'm going to attempt to transfer it to this guy so it's easier to pour into our muffin tin like a glove. All right. And then we take out a greased muffin tray and we just pour our stuff in there. Now, these are going to rise a little bit, so you don't want to do what I just did. Let's clean this up a little bit. I'll take this over here. And then I have some left over, so I have this little dog bone cake thing that, hey, why not, right? And then we're gonna cook all these in our 350 oven until you can stick a toothpick in them and they come out clean. It'll probably be between 20 and 30 minutes. So here we go. And there we have our jalapeno cornbread muffins and our little dog bone cornbread muffin cake thing. They actually didn't rise as much as I thought they would. So I guess you can fill it up all the way. Yeah, the more you know. We're gonna let these cool, so off we go. So for our corn, we have a few ears shucked and cleaned of corn. Yes, you can grill corn with the husk on, but if you want that sort of caramelized chard that kind of makes the corn a little bit sweeter, then you want to just grill them naked. Take their clothes off and throw them on the grill. It's not weird, it's just corn. Don't worry about it. And then we have a softened compound butter that was melt or soften 1 stick of butter and then mix in 1 packet of ranch powder. And then we got our ranch compound butter. So we got these. There is no sort of prep for these. We're just gonna take them right out to the grill and just grill them. And then we'll go from there. But I think you're gonna like it. So here we go. So on a nice hot grill, we're just gonna go ahead and, how do we wanna do this? We'll put our guys down like that. And then at first, we're just gonna let them go. So then as these start to get a little bit of char, just like that, just kind of flip them here and there. Then we take this compound butter and we just brush it on. Now this is gonna give us some flare ups. We gotta turn our heat down. And then we're basically just gonna end up cooking these guys low and slow, which is fine. Then we just keep flipping and brushing until we get the desired amount of char. And our corn is nice and caramelized and sweetened and all that good stuff. And as soon as you've reached your desired level of char, we take some slices or some grated cheddar cheese and we just lay this on our guys. Let it melt. And once your cheese is melted, you can go ahead and pull it. Now, it'd probably be nice to put the cheese on both sides, but on a grill, there's really no way to do that without making just a huge mess of your grill. So then with our corn, cheese nice and melted, let's move this a little bit away from, ooh, we got a nice cheese pull there. Move that away from the side. Then we just take some chopped up cooked bacon, sprinkle it on there. And you want to do this while the cheese is still kind of melty, so the bacon hopefully sticks. Although we're not getting the best results here, but we're trying, folks. You know, that's all you can do is try. So then we got our corn, our cheddar bacon corn. Then we're just gonna hit this with a little bit of ranch seasoning. I don't want to do too much, just a little bit. And just a little bit of chopped parsley for greens, because you know you gotta have some greens, right? And there we have our cheddar bacon ranch grilled corn. Ta-da! And there we have our 4th of July side dishes. Woohoo! America! And it's time for a bite. A few bites, actually. All right, so we're gonna start with our ranch slaw or ranch coleslaw. Cheers. Look, if you like ranch, if you like the flavor of ranch, the taste of ranch, if you like ranch dressing, this is an amazing coleslaw. It is coleslaw with like the best, I want to say, I think like the store-bought stuff. I don't know, maybe like Ken's, maybe like whatever. I think Hidden Valley kind of nails ranch, but there's certain restaurants, certain pizza joints, certain Italian restaurants that have dope ass ranch. Like this one, we kind of made it, well, we did make it from scratch because we didn't use any ranch dressing or anything like that. So this is really good. If you like coleslaw, but you're looking for something that's not like that kind of sweet coleslaw, this is amazing. And I am a guy who likes sweet coleslaw. So awesome, amazing. Nash, you catching flies? Yeah, catch them all, dude. Get rid of them. I hate them. If the group of people you're preparing food for like ranch and you want to bring some coleslaw, this is a huge winner. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Now let's try this BLT pasta salad. Cheers. There's a million different kinds of pasta salad. We've made a few. This one's freaking delicious, and it really captures that BLT flavor. So if you're a fan of BLT sandwiches and you like pasta salad, make this because it's literally like a BLT sandwich in a pasta salad form. It's creamy. You get that tomato. You get all the spices. You got the bacon. The taste that's left in your mouth once you've chewed and swallowed everything is very much like I just ate a bite of a BLT sandwich. So again, highly recommend. Go make this. Now let's try our Jalapeño Cornbread Muffins. Cheers. Make yourself some honey butter. Eat it with that. It's so delicious. It's sweet, but not too sweet. It's just good cornbread. And then you get a little bit of extra kick from the jalapeno. It's freaking delicious. And like I said, throw a little bit of honey butter on that. Good to go. Last but not least, let's try this cheddar bacon ranch corn. Cheers. Besides littering bacon pieces all over everywhere while I try to eat it. Freaking delicious. If you like elevated corn, I mean, first of all, just the corn is good, but you got the sweetness from the corn. And I think that ranch compound butter really adds a lot, but it's not overly ranch seasoned. You think it would be with all the ranch, with the ranch powder at the end, the ranch butter, but it's just enough to add a real nice sort of tangy, savory zip to the sweetness of the corn. And then obviously cheese and bacon. I mean, how could you go wrong? It's freaking delicious. So if you want to impress some people with some elevated corn that's not like Mexican street corn, which is also delicious, then go ahead and make this. Give it a try because it's freaking delicious. So all good. I highly recommend all of them, but make whichever one you want or make them all. Let me know what you think, because that's what I think. But hey, let's see what Nash thinks. Hey, bud, how you doing?
I'm good. Just been making my homemade fireworks for the 4th.
Well, check it out, dude. We got these 4th of July side dishes you want to make, and I made you a dog-friendly version of each one. So here's the Ranch Slaw.
Yum, creamy, tangy, delicious way to make rabbit food palatable.
Here's our BLT Pasta Salad.
Now that's what I'm talking about. I keep telling you bacon makes everything better.
Here's our Jalapeno Cornbread Muffins.
This is a winner every time you make it, regardless of what form it's in.
And here's our Cheddar Bacon Ranch Grilled Corn.
Dang, that's good. Again, bacon makes everything better.
What do you think?
They're all delicious. It's a tough call, but I think the BLT Pasta Salad is my favorite.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Always stand on principle, even if you stand alone.
Nash approves, I approve. Look, these are all great. 4 great side dishes. Pick whichever one you want to try, or go ahead and try them all. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you all. Love you all. If you wouldn't mind taking a second to subscribe, like, share, and comment, it would mean a lot. It would help us out. Go ahead and hit that bell so you don't miss any notifications when we drop a new video. If there's anything you want me to cook, you want me and Nash to taste, go ahead and drop that down in the comments. And or head over to our website, timschaoskitchen.com. Send us a message there. And hey, just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now, folks. Hey, happy 4th of July to you and yours. Enjoy the holiday, have fun, be safe, and until next time, be good and peace.